Hello and welcome to the All Round Coaching podcast, episode number 46. I just thought I would jump on. Obviously, I did miss Mondays because I was ill. It's just sod's law when you take a week off work and then you get ill while you're off as well. I was at a wedding, obviously, with Mel, which we updated on the last one on the Sunday, which when you drink alcohol, it is going to fuck up your immune system, and that's probably not helped being ill, but at least we were both ill at the same time. And now we are on the mend. Still don't feel 100% though, but when I have ideas, I don't know, my brain just has to get them out, and it made me think in relation to obviously the post that I put out today, just in regards to my training focus. Now, I put on that I've been training 21 years, which sounds absolutely mental, but I started out obviously just purely on physique goals when I was 12, 13. Obviously I'm going on now 34. So back then, obviously, all exercise was just to either get thinner or lose weight. Obviously, mindset has shifted, focus has shifted, but what I want to pinpoint now is back then I was self-taught. There wasn't the coaching, like especially with the detail it is now, but there wasn't any coaching back then that could help you, and I think that's what I want to highlight. Like, you can train and have an online coach to help you achieve your goals, and it is the online aspect that is going to get you to your goal. It isn't your personal trainer or your coach walking you through the sessions. It's everything that they're teaching you outside of them sessions to help you get to your goal. So whether you've got struggles with fat loss, building muscle, focusing on your health, your routine, it's everything outside of that. So yes, the sessions are good for the form and execution, and you can teach people how to train. But if you've got goal-focused things that you want to achieve, so i.e. fat loss, your relationship with food, nutritional awareness, education around nutrition, macronutrients, whichever it is, that's everything that you're going to learn from the online aspect. And obviously this is why check-ins are so invaluable. So it isn't a case of having a PT session and then thinking, yeah, that's it, got my money's worth, had an hour with a coach, and then off home I go, to not even take account into any check-ins or listening to what they're saying, because you are literally spinning your wheels. If you are investing in a coach, one thing I would say to people is utilise that check-in process, and at the same time, don't be scared to learn how to train. Like, you will have a coach, like I ask clients to video the odd exercise and I can give them feedback on the form and execution, and you can do that quite well online. It isn't just having sessions and that's the be all and end all of how to actually achieve your results. So don't be off put if somebody wants to just work with you online. If your goal is focused, they're probably wanting to help you in that, as opposed to just having a session in the gym. Now, I know a lot of my guys, like I have limited my availability one-to-one because I know I can help more people and I can help them better by actually being online, helping them work towards the goals, as opposed to holding the hand through the gym and then not being able to teach them anything outside of it because they feel like they're getting the money's worth in the gym. So if you are obviously training with an online coach, I would say make sure you listen to them and don't be scared of learning things. Obviously training, execution, how your body moves, video yourself, send it to your coach. And if you are starting on your own, then just video yourself and critique your own form. Like, there is a lot of resources online, and not every exercise is executed properly, but each individual is going to move differently. So don't be scared to actually learn how to train. And obviously everybody does start somewhere. You're not going to start a journey and know what to do straight away. So making sure that you're willing to learn. And I think given this generation, like, it is quick access, everybody expects things instantly. They think they're going to know everything, and they think everything is going to be a few weeks. And this goes for people's health as well. Like, you can't spend 10, 15 years of your life living it and leading it unhealthily and then expect to turn it around in 6 weeks. Like, it is a continuum. Like, you can't just start something, do it for 12 weeks and expect to keep everything. Like, you have to continue your health and you have to continually work on yourself. It's the same with your education, pretty much anything, even investment. You don't just keep what you don't work for. And I think that's where people are struggling or they're going wrong. They will get impatient. They think that they're entitled to keep everything. So I just wanted to jump on, because what I did think of myself was I was self-taught, and obviously I've continued for a long time. And I think people assume that I've lived and breathed exercise throughout my whole life, and I haven't. Obviously I didn't grow up in the most healthful environment. like I'm surrounded by alcohol and people that didn't look after the health, and I think that's what spurred me on. Like, I could have been a product of my environment, or I could look after my health, which has then led me down a career path to help other people as well. And it isn't a quick fix, and I'll never advocate it's a quick fix. I can do a transformation for someone, but again, it'll always base off what they A, look like previously, and what B, they have actually trained over the years. But each person is individual, and I treat every person as an individual as well. So that's why coaching, it is invaluable, it is an investment, but if you've got a coach that takes time to get to know you, you build that trust, that communication, and obviously can help you towards your goals and your journey as well. So that's why for my guys, I always make sure I'll tell them, obviously I won't hold your hand, we are all adults, but that check-in process is so important, and that's where you're going to communicate with your coach, especially on the weeks that you're struggling. It isn't for the days that you're winning, or that you think, oh, I don't need as much help, I've not had a good week, so I'm not going to check in. It's probably more so for them check-ins that you need where you are struggling. And do things change week by week? No, but obviously then week by week, when you do check in, or every 2 weeks at least, your coach can then put a few tweaks in, or they can support you, whether it's mentally, physically or emotionally, because we are like counsellors at times, then you are going to benefit more from it. So for me, obviously I am working a little bit more hybrid and online, because I know that's how I can help people properly, I'd say more in detail than you can in person. Like, you can't go through absolutely everything in a 1 hour session and expect it A, to sink in, or that person to remember it. So I do think for people that are undecided on the goals, if you want to achieve your goals, then an online coach is going to get you there. If you're not goal orientated, or you're not fussed about your health and you literally just want the sessions, then probably a personal trainer is going to be more beneficial for you. I just never felt comfortable taking people's money, running them through a session and not really giving them anything after that. So I like to make sure that my coaching is going to benefit people in the long run. That's why obviously I've took Rachel on to take care of more the personal training side, and obviously I can focus more on the online side and helping a few more people later down the line to actually focus on the health, get them to a point where they are independent and they've actually learned something. And that's where the online coaching is more in depth, and obviously going to take so much more away from it. So yes, you can teach yourself how to train, and yes, obviously you can get a coach alongside that to help support all the outside aspects, because that 1 hour in the gym is not how you achieve your goals. It's everything you do outside of that, the habits that you build, your nutritional awareness, your education around nutrition, and obviously that's why you invest in a coach, because they've got the knowledge behind that. Obviously, hopefully like myself, coaches do invest in themselves to further the knowledge to be able to help people, and it isn't just a free course online that we do. I put a lot into myself and my education, and I always pride myself on at least doing something once a year to keep adding into my service as well, because I never want to be A, stagnant, and B, not at the top of my game for people, because things are always changing, and especially with health now, everything is instant accessible, and we are lazier because everything's at a tap of a button. So people are moving less, they're eating more, and obviously food quality's dropped. And I think for me, I'm just noticing it more and more that people aren't looking after their health, and obviously health is declining. And I think a survey came out today that we are the second most unhappiest country in the world, and I do feel like a lot of that's to do with our health. Obviously the cost of living's there, and people just don't want to do anything. They don't want to move, they don't want to look after the health. So yeah, I'm here to just try and change that. And if one person listens, then it's one more than zero, and that's what I try to remember. But yeah, I just wanted to come on because I have started literally from the bottom. Obviously when I first trained, it was just lifting a few weights, lifting as heavy as I could. And it was over the years, obviously teaching myself how to train, breaking it up into sessions. And I've made all the mistakes to stop my clients doing it. I was someone that would train 6 days a week. I'd do an hour's cardio every single day, and I didn't get anywhere because I bloody brought my appetite that high that I ate too much for my body to ever lose fat anyway. But I invested in coaches to help, one, further my knowledge, and two, obviously progress with my goals. So if you are someone that's looking to progress with your goals and actually learn and achieve them, then obviously you can get in touch, and it'll be the online coaching that'll benefit you more than just seeing me in person or just having the odd session. So you will gain more from the online. And I think obviously having 42 Elites and the app access, people do pay a little bit more attention when they're not holding a coach's hand through the one-to-one personal training sessions. But yeah, if anyone is struggling or they do need a little bit of help, feel free to reach out, and I will always advise what the best avenue is for each individual. Some clients are more suited to hybrid with me, some are suited more for the app access if they just want that structure and accountability for themselves, or if they do need a little bit more guidance, then the online coaching for me is going to educate you more and make sure that you achieve your goals as well. So I will be back next week before I do take a break from doing the podcast, just so I can regroup and get a few topics together that people want to actually hear from me. But if you do find this helpful, or you know someone that does, drop it a like and obviously give it a share as well. But yes, I will be back next week.